No one, no name, Shaolin Kui Li, Tai Chi Master Zero, undercover FDA agent for the proper treatment of the mentally ill, Lord Barrister, High Colonel Jin Huang McHugh, Dio Lucifer, Colonel Bradford Tomas McHugh.
As many as necessary throughout the month. I need to establish that the currency I'm using is not the espionage and treason as established by the Treasury Department.
Okay.
And it will need special management.
Okay. Such as?
And I have a doctrine to prove it.
Okay. What kind of special management did you need on that?
Proper accounting.
Okay.
Are you insured federally?
We are. Yes.
Excelsior. That should make it easy.
Okay. I'm sorry. Can you give me?
I had a budget fixed out over 25 years ago at the house that Jack built, and that called for at least $8,000 a month, and that also didn't account for inflation. I've only been getting $800. That's a 10% of what I'm supposed to be getting.
They can't do anything about that.
Right, but if I establish in the bank that it's federally insured that my currency is not the espionage and treason they're using, that's special accounting. And it isn't graded the way the espionage and treason is accounted for. I.e., when your money value goes down because people won't repay the debt, causing it to be exponentially less valuable, mine doesn't do that. Mine gets more valuable the more I have, not less. I'm establishing that my currency is not the currency as been established by Reaganomics. I do not use espionage and treason as currency. I have a doctrine to prove honesty, integrity, and I believe that you would have the capability to not only help establish but maintain the value of that currency, and I would like to do that through your bank.
Yeah, Jeanette kind of told me a little bit of you guys doing Social Security as far as getting direct deposit and stuff.
Right.
And starting.
Are you guys already set up? Are you getting
I'm
Social
already
Security checks right now?
Yes, his money is going to Chase Bank at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But there are no Chase Banks
Yeah,
here.
unfortunately, there's not. I think I seen one other ATMs like on San Pedro and Constitution. I think there's one of them.
There are none.
Is it okay if I plug in my charger?
Yeah, go ahead.
Greatly appreciate it.
The only thing is that to open the account, we would have to move outside because
Yes.
there's. I have to do it through the computer there.
Right.
I wanted to establish with you in a private
Yeah, no,
conversation
that's fine.
about the intent and principle of
Yeah,
it.
I understand completely where you guys are coming from. Now, the only thing is, are you guys going to be setting up a joint account or just a single account?
Well, for a while anyway, we want it to be a joint account.
Okay.
So that I can
Help monitor
him.
and maintain.
Okay. That works. Another thing is, do you guys have your Social Security cards and IDs with you? Okay.
I have an ID with me. I have two forms of federal ID.
Okay.
I have my professional service ID.
Mr. Bradford, do you have a state issue ID though?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. So we need this. Yeah, this one we actually don't accept to open the accounts. We actually need what it is, a driver's license and a social. Thank you, sir. And this is your the current address right now, the 6205 Antigua Street Northeast.
No, that's my address. Do you want mailed things to come to me, or do you want them to come to you?
Electronically to both of us.
I can do one electronically, like an email to either or. There's no way for me to send two statements since we only do the one.
Hold on a second.
If you want it electronically, we'll send it through an email.
Send it to her actually then.
Just a paper one then?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just have to meet once a month at the least.
Which is what we do pretty much any evening.
Right.
Okay,
We do
we're gonna use this address for both of you guys then, the 6205 Antigua. That way,
Yes.
there's
Continuity.
Also, who's gonna be primary on the account?
Well, it's his money, so
So it'd be my primary her.
Okay. You and okay, Mr. Lucy. So you.
I'll only be helping him.
Okay. If you're having access to the account, we have to set you up as a secondary user.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If you guys want to go with me outside, we can set it up on the computer out there.
Okay. As far as account management and value establishment, because inflation wouldn't necessarily work the same way. I have a doctrine if you'd like to read it to prove it, but
No, that's fine.
because they keep on refusing to repay their debt, the value of the money exponentially goes down. Mine not being the espionage and treason that they're committing, I would want federal accounting for the value of it not going down the longer I hold on to it.
Well,
That's something that,
we don't have control over. That's bank. I mean, as far as a bank,
And accounting.
well, technically,
well,
not really. I mean, we are a financial institution, and your money is going to be safe here. To the point, whether the bank gets robbed or not, your money's still safe. If currency, for some reason, federal currency happens
Can
to
you
devalue
measure it in
it,
something other than United States dollars than when I deposit it?
what do you mean?
Well, United States dollars is currently sense for economics.
Yeah, no,
Espionage
okay,
and
so,
treason.
are you
If I
trying
want
to
to measure it, I don't want to have any association with the espionage and treason that is being committed. So if we can measure it in, if we have to, silver or tin in automatic
we don't
investments,
exchange that, no. There's no way for us to exchange
you
that.
don't do investing?
We do investing,
Federally
but it's gonna
insured
be in
bank.
dollars anyways.
yeah, you
can
give
invest
them
it
dollars to
you can
buy.
invest it into any other company if you're trying to invest money, which
Well,
is in the stock market. Yes, we do have access to doing that.
Setting values is what I'm looking to do, which is what the investment actually is.
Unless you're willing to invest more than $10,000, we don't do it, to be honest with you.
Well, what's $10,000 in espionage and treason versus
I
$10
wouldn't be
of
able to tell
honesty?
you honestly.
And
I mean, that's the thing.
International Paramilitary
I
Corps
don't
Army,
know, banks
Fort
or maybe
Knox,
a credit
HR
union can do
Command.
that for you because they are not federally regulated. They have different.
The movement would have to be federal in order for it to be a national.
Yeah, but they don't work by this. They have certain regulations that they.
Look, you're just refusing to do your job, just like the E4 at the base.
Federal how can I explain this? I guess credit unions are just opposite of what a bank is. They're
Well, it
not.
used to be just
I got the
money
bank account
Yeah.
open, and they
Yeah.
still don't have a standard under which to account for it properly.
responsibility of the money changer in the bank was.
Yeah, but
Story
as
of
far as
understanding
value,
the
as far as what you're asking for, we cannot provide.
Bullshit.
That's the bottom line on
And you still opened the account.
on this one.
You're not going to have any bank be willing to receive your money and
keep
then.
track of it.
That's
rather than
treason.
espionage and
That's
treason.
terrorism.
Well, they will keep. No, they
But we're
will
gonna
keep
track
track of
it, so
it.
we have to.
They will
You
absolutely.
don't have to use
Espionage and treason.
Technically, if a citizen comes to you with the understanding of what the currency is, you do,
No,
as a
without-
federal bank, have the right to count it differently.
We can't. Unfortunately, we cannot provide that service
Why not?
because that's something that we just do not do. We have to.
International
report everything.
Paramilitary Civil and
Right,
Constitutional
which is why I
Law,
wanted to
Army,
report
Fort
it
Knox,
differently
HR
because
Command.
It's not espionage and treason.
Yeah, unfortunately,
So
you
you're-
would have to
you're-
talk. You would have to talk to one of my boss's 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 boss.
Can we
I guess.
just-
I am your boss's
set up a
boss's
meeting?
boss's boss.
Can I don't know about them coming down here
A phone call?
this minute. But
talking
yeah,
about
I can ask my manager.
I went to the base, and what did they do?
Because it's exponential geometric.
Yeah, let
asymmetric
me get somebody on the phone, okay?
Alright.
Give me a second.
Maria's branch.
So you guys are one checking account with us, or
Yes.
what is it that you're looking for?
Looking to open a checking account with you and establishing accounting.
Now, how many
properly.
supposed officers of bank don't know how to do their own job?
Okay.
Honesty, integrity, and respect, as opposed to espionage and treason through economics. Exponential, geometric, isometric growth.
What kind of account were you guys opening?
A checking account.
To begin with,
And
at the
what are
very
you guys
least,
going to deposit?
depending on the
I'm
accounting.
sorry.
What are we going to deposit to the account today?
How much do you need?
A $50.
Yes,
Cash
we'll open
deposit.
it. We'll open it.
And how are you going to maintain the account? Like
Now,
what type of
technically,
transactions or?
Social
They didn't have
Security,
anything to
disability
retort.
Okay.
will come in every month.
There is no reason for them not to be accounting for it properly since December 16, 2015.
As established already through accounting.
Not to mention, Thundercats! Ho!
And were you going to set up a direct deposit, or? Okay.
Yeah.
So did you guys want to go get that started, or?
There was a question about
Yeah, well, he had a question about the value of his money being
degraded by
yeah.
improper accounting, and if we could actually establish a proper accounting of the currency here, as it is a federal bank and it is insured thusly.
So I mean,
By that, do you mean that your
Well, see,
your money would
every
come?
second that goes by, the dollar's value is actually exponentially dropping because the more espionage and treason you have, the less it's worth. Whereas if you were to put a marker down and say, okay, that's $435 is not espionage and treason, it's honesty, integrity, and respect. Its value, just by staying the value that it is, will become exponentially more valuable just by the fact that they're not repaying their debt.
That doesn't even account for the fact that it's honesty, integrity, and respect, and more valuable than espionage and treason on how many levels? 34 dimensions to the universe?
You're federally insured.
It's only
Your money's
insurance.
federally insured.
It's not insurance. You don't need insurance.
Your money's
FDIC.
federally insured. If something happens, you're gonna
you're
get
guaranteed to get the
Right.
money.
Yeah, but
You're guaranteed to get
what I'm
your
saying
money back.
though is, if you count it as everyone else's money, what you would be giving me back is actually less than what I'm trying to put into your bank.
See, that's the thing. We're just
Because of what I just explained with
That's
the
rape,
static,
jihad, sacrilege,
just
blasphemy,
the
attrition,
fact that it
abuse,
doesn't
and
lose
neglect.
the value that
That's
the
nothing that
U.S.
we-
currency does
that's
makes
nothing
it that much more valuable.
That's nothing that we can control.
And that's not even counting the fact that it will
You're a
continuously
federally insured
be
bank.
putting
That's
more
treason
money
and
into it.
terrorism.
The only thing federal here is the insurance, the FDIC insurance.
Right.
Which
is based
accounts
off
for
of
accounting.
sensory
United
economics,
States.
which is espionage and treason.
You're
But it isn't
bullshitting.
insurance
You're
at all.
throwing in
It's just
extra
things
words
that you say.
to try and
By definition.
excuse
That's the-
your
with the
sacrilege and
currency.
All you
blasphemy.
have to do is decide
We
to keep
can't.
We
track.
can't make that.
Even if you were just a storehouse.
They don't have that kind of.
Who in the bank does? Because somewhere in this bank has to be someone with the ability to make that decision.
Other
They-
than
Otherwise, they
myself.
can be
We're
federally
federally
insured.
governed, so
Right.
they're the ones that tell us what to do.
They
So
tell
the people that I need to talk to are the people who are governing you.
Right.
Who are they?
The feds.
The feds,
I am the feds.
like the
The
Federal,
Federal
That's
Reserve.
not
the Federal Reserve. That's
because
who controls
if you
it.
follow it back all the way, it comes down to being the citizen that's responsible for
That's
it.
what
If
happens
if
when you
go
get to the feds.
That's what they'll say. It's up to the citizen. So
No, it's not up to us.
Yeah. So because then
That's
again,
terrorism and treason.
did they tell you that you're not citizens of this country?
no.
Because then they don't have the right to tell you not to.
No, they didn't. They didn't say anything about that. But if like,
Hold on a
I'm
second. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Maria's branch.
So you guys are wanting to open a checking account with us, or
Yes.
what is it that you're looking for?
Looking to. So the people who governed you told you that you weren't allowed to decide what your currency is?
So are you like recording this conversation?
Oh.
Did you want to open an account with us
I
today
do,
or not?
but I need. This is federal evidence of federal. What is it? When you neglect. Since Reaganomics, the currency has been espionage and treason. And if they're keeping you from being able to use anything other than espionage and treason, that's federal neglect. So, May I, in conflict, be to find out from you who I need to talk to make sure that you and I can have a partnership with actually having a currency worth keeping track of. So,
What a bank.
Is there a specific federal department that told you that you are not able to make this decision?
I work for
Do you know?
a company,
Or did-
I don't know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
terrorism and treason.
There is no bank that will give you what you want.
World Bank.
Well, you're not going to find a bank that's
They're federally insured and they're
The World
already
Bank
drawing
is
lines from the
checking
World
account
Bank.
with.
Funding this bank, that's why it's the World Bank, which is
No,
why you're supposed
they're
to be able
separate
to do
things.
this.
No, they're not.
It's a
Not
separate
since
thing.
you went to espionage and treason with Reaganomics. No, it's not.
Okay, so I don't have
Okay.
the question, the answer
Terrorism
to the
and
question you're
treason.
asking. So
Is
I,
there anyone in the building at this point?
No, sir.
No, okay. Appreciate it.
What they can
So,
do
that's
is help
obstruction
you
of justice, dereliction of
handle
duty, conduct
your
on becoming an
day-to-day
officer
cash.
and a citizen.
They
That is
can't
fine and
do
dandy.
anything about the
But if they,
Unforgivable
value.
if
sacrilege,
they are
blasphemy,
being imposed upon to the point
treason.
where they can't keep track of honesty, integrity, and they are forced to keep track of espionage and treason, that's federal neglect. And that's civil and
And it's-
constitutional
it's-
law violations that are being
it's
imposed
something
upon them.
you'd have to
Technically,
take
that's
up
rape
with-
and jihad
you'd have to
by civil and constitutional law. And terrorism, technically.
you would still have to handle those concerns
It's
with
already
the
been
federal
handled.
government.
I've got a doctrine that proves it all. There's nothing to stand in the way other than the fact that people are deciding not to. And if people are being told that they're not to by authorities, I need to gather those names.
What
When
you
would
can
be a good time to set up an appointment with someone with the authority to make those calls?
there
do
is
you
no
know?
one
Routed.
here.
There's no one here with direct ties with the federal government,
No.
and they're federally insured.
Yes.
Is the owner ever in or able to have a meeting?
we're, our home branch is out of Oklahoma,
Okay.
so
Would there be a
Bank of Oklahoma.
And I've given you since December
They're
16,
underneath another
2015.
bank.
They are our parent company, basically.
But each of those banks are regulated in the same way.
I mean, like
It,
I said,
it doesn't matter if they're regulated in the same way if they're all forced to use espionage and treason as currency. That's not regulated.
What
You can't
you're-
regulate espionage and treason. All
Okay.
you're doing is defrauding the government.
What this bank can do for you is to be a depository for your money and to help you track where your checks are going or
is it possible to set up communications with the owner of this bank after opening up a savings account?
I don't know the owner of the bank.
Okay. Do you have a telephone number that they supply you with so people can talk to the owner of the bank in case there's an issue?
I've never had that request, but I could sure check and see.
That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
let me ever check that stuff, and then I'll bring that phone number back to you guys, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Lord Barrister, High Colonel Jin Huang McHugh, Colonel Bradford Tomas McHugh, Dio Lucifer, Ryu Tenchi, Masuko-san no Kaji. No one, no name, Shaolin Kui Li, Tai Chi Master Zero. Rank verified. Declassified. Colonel Bradford McHugh. Foreign and domestic.